guys, we're back in the vault, episode 7. You know, I have some artillery in front of us. And what this is my Nike ID collection. And from like a week back, I don't know if you guys checked out my Insta post, I made these Kyries for my nephew for Christmas. Basically, he wanted me to design him a pair of shoes. He's 10 years old, so check out my Insta post, but here's a look at them. So basically, if anyone hasn't ever used the Nike ID system, let me just walk you through it quickly. Basically, you go to their site, Nike.com, you go to the Nike ID section, and basically they have not a million, let's call it, I bet 100 shoes of all their different types that they offer for you to create, put your different flavor onto it, your initials, your color patterns, whatever you want. I highly suggest that you go check this out if you're a shoey or a sneakerhead. It's a great experience. So basically what I did was I went online, he wanted a pair of Kyries, he loves Kyrie, and I'll tell you, Kyrie's had one of the most options I've ever seen when it comes to Nike ID. I was very impressed. So basically, let's just start here. It comes in this beautiful box. This is a step up from when I haven't done Nike ID in about a year. This is a new thing. So it comes Nike by you, comes with your name. So Nike by Elliot, because I did it for him. I made it for him. So it says Nike by Elliot. Awesome, cool box that it comes in. Definitely something you can keep your shoes in. My nephew hasn't seen these yet. We're actually going in a couple days to give them to him. I can't wait for him to see them. Awesome, awesome thing. His favorite number on the back, number 2. His name's Tyler, last name C, so Tyler C. You know, he got his name inside, Tyler. Like, there's such touches, and I'm not telling you guys, this is not an expensive thing. This is a very cheap thing. For a pair of sneakers you can design yourself, basically maybe for $20, $30 more than you would spend in the store. It's a really good option. So now that I've spoken on these and you've seen my Insta video on these, I wanted to run you through some of the ones that I've created in the past. Let's start with the first pair I ever created on Nike ID were the Soldier 10s, the LeBrons. I'm not such an actually fan of the whole original design, but when I found out what details you could put in it yourself, I was all on board. So basically, all these are options. I went with 23s on the front. I don't know if you can see, but in there is my actual initials around the front thing there. I'll open it up and we'll show you on the pictures. In the back, you have the Canadian flags. You could choose from a million different flags. So these are basically a personalized pair for myself. Has my initials, has my favorite number, 23, Canadian flag on the back. So this is what got me started. When I saw these came, I was like, wow, they are really what they say they're gonna be. So let's go with the second pair I created. I'm a Jordan guy. Now Jordan doesn't really offer very many selections on their site, which is kind of disappointing. I would love for them to throw out a pair of 4s on Nike ID and let me go nuts. But maybe there's an idea for Nike.com. So these are a pair of Jordan Superflies. They're what I refer to as like an off-brand type of thing, where they're not an actual Jordan numbered, but they are what Jordan puts out during the year. So this was a Superfly from way back. I designed everything. I'll show you a closer look on the closer photos, but I was able to put my initials inside. I went with all white. It's got the Zoom flavor, the cement, just a cool shoe. And because they're Jordan and I designed them, even cooler. The third pair I went with, and this was probably a year later, were the Air Force Ones. Now again, these had super amount of things that you could do to them. I went with the Army gray, the Army camouflage gray and black patterns. Again, my initials inside, just a crazy, crazy pair. And like the cool, I made them so they're like kind of winterized, because up here in the north it gets kind of slippery, so I went with a heavy gum bottom. Cool pair. Let's go with the next ones I created were the Kobe's. Now these I really, really dig. These again, a million different options. I'm a gold guy, so I went some gold and some salt and pepper on the fly knit. And again, I'll show you a closer look, but inside, you know, it's got my 23 and my nickname Cooks in there. You got, on the other one is 23 Rose, my last name. Just like the detail and the touches, I also made a pair for my wife at the same time. We'll actually show those in a later episode, but they kind of look exactly like this with some feminine touches on it. All right, let's talk about then the next pair I got was the Nike Cortez. Now, I like these shoes to be, not everyone's a fan of the Cortez, but the fact that I was able to put some gold touches, and my favorite things that really stand out is, again, my nickname on the back, Cooks in black, and then my initials on the other one in black. Now, I wore these a couple times, and I'm telling you, they're not the most like flashy pair, but I do get a lot of attention with them, and they are one of my favorite Nike IDs. And my most recent ones, where I went with the Blazers, they just added the Blazers to the collection. Now, these I kind of went all out. They remind me of like, I kind of call them the Archies. They got that like old school feel to them. You know, you have, again, my initial on the side, my other initial on the other side. You have your Chanel Nike symbol. Just a crazy, crazy pair of shoes that I was able to choose everything on. So again, if you guys haven't had the Nike ID experience, I highly suggest you go check it out. What's up out there? So back in October, it's your boy's Cook's birthday. You know, I have a wonderful wife who appreciates, but not necessarily understands my shoe passion or my shoe collection, let's say. But I'm very tough to get a gift for. I think my wife might have got this one right on the head. So about a month after my birthday, she tells me, go outside, there's something in the garage for you. So I go outside in the garage, and on this skid, all boxed up, packaged up, is this huge thing that was just delivered to my house. I've never got a package this size in my life. So I'm opening and opening. It took me a good 15 minutes to open. Anyways, when I opened it, it was this. And maybe one of the greatest gifts I've ever received for a shoe guy. You know, she really put her thought into this. I've always wanted one. I've hinted at it. But they're very expensive to be shipped from the States to Canada, so it was always a no-go for me because the shipping almost outweighed the cost of the box. Anyways, I'm not sure where she got this from, but you can definitely find it on Etsy, or you can go eBay. People are selling these boxes all different sizes. So she got me this one for my birthday. Jordan on the top with the Jumpman logo, and also on the other end, which you can't see now, but I will show you, is the full sign that's usually on the side of a shoebox. So well done to whoever built this. Let me open this for you guys. Ready? So yeah, there she is in all her glory. It's like that scene from Pulp Fiction, right? Like, you know, anyways. So I put some heat in here for you today. I haven't fully decked her out yet or done anything I want completely to this, but what a great idea. It also opens up like this. I'm just gonna move out of the way quickly so you can see. Again, we'll show you better clips. It also opens up on the bottom. You can store more shoes down there. When it comes to birthday gifts for a shoe guy, this might be the ultimate. And again, what a great thing to add to the vault. Thanks again, babe, I love you. We the Kicks, check this out. What's up, welcome back. You know your boy Cooks loves a good collab. So I also love a good rapper. And you know what, that guy's name is Kendrick Lamar. Man, that guy is ill and sick, dope, whatever you want to call him. He's got the rhymes these days. I don't care what anyone says. Hip hop's dying in my mind, but that guy's keeping it alive. Anyways, that's another discussion for another day. Let's talk about Kendrick Lamar's collabs that he's done, his shoes that he's done. I have every single one that he's done with any company. So let's start talking about where he started. He started with Reebok. This is going back to July 2015. His first pair release was the Ventilator. Kendrick Lamar Reebok Ventilator. This goes back, takes you way back if you can see the style of that shoe. So listen, he's all about, his message is all about anti-gang and neutral. Red, blue, Crips, Bloods, he's neutral. And he really comes across with that shoe. Basically, one is blue, and the other one is red. You can see that. He's got this Kendrick Lamar TDE, Top Dog Entertainment there, and on every shoe, he's got the word neutral inside the tongue there. So that was where he started with Reebok, the Ventilator. Now, a year later, January 2016, he released the same, let's call it the same design, but in the Reebok Classic leather design. So this is a bit of a less chunkier shoe, let's call it. Let's just take a one. Again, you have the red and then the blue on the back of these ones. A little, and same neutral details. So yeah, a really cool, this is like a gray soft leather type thing, where the other one I showed you was more of a beigey soft leather, but really cool shoes to open up his start with Reeboks. And then in July 2016, he teamed up with Ian Paley, who is a designer, and they came up with what's called now the split personality. So these are basically a Reebok classic leather design, but he's basically split them down the middle. It's like an inside out kind of shoe. Very cool design on the previous two released. The Reebok just with the K, and then again, you got your blue style, half blue, half not blue. Just a very cool design with Ian Paley teamed up. So now in July of 2016, they also released the split personality or perfect split pack. They released 4 different colorways, this being my favorite of the bunch. It's your gray and your black. Very simple shoe. You've gone away from the gang thing and nothing red blue on these, but just really a cool, simple, classic gray-white shoe. Very well done. One of my favorites he's released. And then later on, released in November 2016, the classic leather Reeboks, Luxe. So these are the luxury. These were delivered in the fall, so they got kind of like a fall color theme to them. They did bring back the red blue, but very subtly in the back of the shoes. Another great colorway released. Very cool with a pair of jeans and just a simple pair of shoes, but very cool. And then the last one that he did with Reeboks is actually maybe my second favorite released. He did a collab with the Club C Reebok, and they did the acid wash denim. Just a very cool shoe. Again, they brought back the red for the gang signs or whatever you want to call that. They brought some color back into them for this one. Again, the very mute Reebok sign on the side there. The other one looks pretty much the same. So yeah, so I really dig what he did with Reebok. Shout out to Kendrick. Coming up in episode 8, I'm gonna show you every single one that he did with Nike, so look out for it, We the Kicks Army. What's up out there, We the Kicks Army? You know your boy Cooks loves giving shit away, right? So here we go, we're gonna give away a Fresh Jays jersey. Not sure if you saw this, I was wearing it last segment. It's got Legend 23 on the back. It really is a really cool jersey. Everything's stitched on. What a cool jersey. It's actually made by $1 Million Motive. You can find them on Instagram. I got an extra one to give away, but here's the deal, guys, and listen closely. You need to subscribe to YouTube, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and then once you've done all 3, leave a comment under this post, Instagram, saying all 3 names for your platforms, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. We will verify them, put all the people that did that into a bowl, we'll draw it out, and maybe you can win this, an extra large Fresh Jays Legend 23 jersey from Motive $1 Million or $1 Million Motive. Anyways, look out for more contests coming your way. Episode 10, we're giving away a pair of shoes, so look out for that. Cooks loves contests.